Why, hello internet. Did you miss me? Didn't think so. So I've got quite a couple of things to talk about, but first I want to give you guys a little bit of an update as to what's going in terms of my YouTube stuff. As you may, or given the fact that there's only 4 subscribers, probably have not noticed, I haven't posted anything for 3 weeks. Because I've been super busy with tons of stuff with like library stuff, like I had to do stuff for book week, and I had to do stuff for the day before book week. In fact, I've even got a day coming up, which is tomorrow, which is Wednesday. Well, at least tomorrow by the time that I'm filming it. I'm hoping that I'll get it out by the end of today, even though it's a bit late. But I have been busy. But don't you worry, I've got stuff planned for the future. There are 3 main things that are going to be coming your way fairly soon. Firstly, I'm going to try and do some Let's Plays. My first of which is going to be FIFA with my friend Eamon, and I'm hoping to film that either this weekend or in a few weekends or whatever. I was also thinking of doing Far Cry 3 and I actually pre-ordered it, but I only just recently found out that it's not coming out in September, it's coming out in November, which is good because I don't have to worry about my exams, but it's bad because, well, for starters I have to not lose my receipt, and if you've ever met me, you know how disorganised I am, but hopefully I will still have the receipt and my $50 that I put into it will not go to waste, and I will have Far Cry 3 Let's Plays around, I think it's the 23rd, that's when they release it, so I'm probably going to try and release it sometime near then. Second of all, I'm going to be starting up some anime reviews. I want to actually start that really soon. I want to do my first one. I'm going to be dressing up tomorrow, which is when I have the competitions and stuff. I want to start filming that tomorrow so that I can be like, yay, I'm a nerd because I got cosplay on. But I will start doing some reviews. I'm going to try and do it in order that I viewed them. So the first up will be Death Note, followed by, I think it's Law of Wacky next, then Auron, and then, oh no, Exorcist. I think that's all I've watched so far. But anyway, that is coming your way, so look forward to it. Also on the topic of reviews, I may do some Young Justice episode reviews because I am so in love with Young Justice and I can't wait for the hiatus to be over. It's so close. And finally, this is something that's going to be a bit more vague. I'm going to be starting a cosplay channel with my friends, probably. I don't even know if that's going to happen, but everybody in the group is interested, and I'm hoping that we might film something over the end of year, start of year kind of holidays, because then everyone will be free, we won't have to worry about exams and stuff, and that may be coming your way. I don't know exactly what's going to be happening because we haven't made any decisions whatsoever, but if I learn any details, you will know them. But with that out of the way, I want to talk about the thing that I really wanted to actually mention in this, and that is Jobs. Not Steve Jobs. I have an iPhone, I absolutely love it, but not today. That's not the focus for today. And I know that one way or another, I will be getting from A to B, because I have heard all the stories. There have been people, I went to Melbourne Uni like last year, and there was a guy who said that he wanted to study to do law, and he did it for about, I think, like 1.5 years. And it was like, I don't really know. Then he went a completely different direction and went into immunology, got into it, absolutely loved it. Another person got really crap marks in year 12, and he was like, oh, what do I do? Followed around a bit, but then what happened is he got into a TAFE, he did like 4 years of TAFE, got into a good degree, and then went into that, and then he ended up going even further, and it took 10 years, but I mean, that also kind of shows that even if you know what you want to do but you don't get the good marks, there are ways to get into it. The problem is, it's really difficult, for me to find, for starters, I can't even see myself in many jobs, and the other problem is that I see so many jobs that I think, ooh, that would be fun. But to start from the start, I want to start from way back so I can have a bit of a continuation. When I was like 5 or something, I was like, I want to be a golfer because I saw golf on TV and I was like, ooh, that's cool. And there was only one problem. I kept playing and I got to a point where I was just like, oh, I'm kind of crappy at this, and then I get angry and then I wouldn't want to play. So essentially it'd be a loop of, I'm bad at golf, I don't want to play it, so because I didn't play it I'd be bad at it, because I was bad at it I wouldn't want to play it. And this whole vicious cycle just made me just like, oh my god, I hate golf so much. So that's the main reason that I don't want to be a golfer. Would you look at that, the lighting just improved so much. But one of the other problems that I think I really have is the fact that I like TV too much. The main problem that I think that I've run into is CSI, because CSI is one of those shows that just makes a specific job look totally badass. And admittedly, it is the kind of job that I'm still considering doing, because I love science and I love mysteries. And to be honest, it's actually kind of sad, because that, in terms of including everything else, it's kind of sad, because I'm interested in science and I'm good at it. But the problem is I am so scared that I'm going to love learning the subject and then get into the job and fucking hate it. Because I enjoy learning it, but I imagine that if I was essentially a person who either experiments and does the exact same experiments every single day and writes the same reports every single day, I would fucking lose my mind. And the same is true for a job that my parents think I should consider, which is a laboratory technician, because I've tried making solutions and stuff, and essentially what you do is you measure this, then you put it in this, and then you put water in it. And I seriously can't see myself doing that. Because, well, one, because I'm so clumsy. I'd probably be like, oh, okay, and I'm also not very accurate, to be like, oh, it's just 1/10 of a gram off. And I would put it in, and then half of it would fall on the floor. And then I'd put the water in, and then someone else would scrub and be like, ah. It'd be scary if I was working with sodium and water. I would die, as would everyone else. Oh, that would be a horrifying experience. And arguably worse still is the fact that I absolutely love Young Justice, because I'm just like, I want to be a superhero. And I also like anime. I want to be an exorcist who's half demon, whose name is Rin Okamura. And recently, since I've become a bit otaku, I've got 2 other ideas, and admittedly, these ones, it's kind of sad because these ones are a lot harder, because they're not kind of thing that you can get into really easily. You have to have talent to do it, which is, oh, I'm screwed if I need talent. And those 2 specifically otaku ones, I've actually got another one, is manga translator and anime voice actor. And both are kind of interesting to me, because I mean, I've done Japanese, and I understand that some people might be like, manga translator, that's boring. Think about it. If you're into manga, the job of a manga translator is you get to read like everything, and then you get to interpret it. And in case you don't really pick up on what I'm implying, I'm saying you get to read. If you like manga and you enjoy reading manga, half of your job is reading it. That's pretty cool. Like, I mean, admittedly you might get crappy manga, but I mean, you might not. And the other, of course, is anime voiceover person, and admittedly just like voice acting in general, because like I've done a little bit of research, and yeah, anime ones aren't as good, because essentially what's happened is they've made an anime and you have to line your voice up to the mouth movement, so you essentially get something where it's just like, my name is Rin Okamura. You just have to completely screw with time. Admittedly, not that much, way over dramatic. But I kind of like the idea of it. Like, if nothing else, because I like putting on voices. And I know there is a massive difference between. I need to actually think of it. It's very different from putting on a bit of an English accent to actually being able to do a voice acting thing, because I'd be terrified if someone like was trying to direct me. It's just like, add more phantasma or something, and I'd be like, what? what? And then they'd have to explain it, and then they possibly wouldn't be able to explain it because it's something that's so overly complex that you can't describe it. That part would be terrifying. But all the other parts, the work would be terrible, but the fact that I get to be on TV and I get money is awesome. The final job that I've had in mind, and I wanted to leave this till last because, well, I don't know, dramatic build-up, I don't really know. But I've, like, not always, but I've wanted for a very long time, like, a good chunk of how long YouTube has been in existence, I've wanted to be a YouTuber, and that's why I've started. I think in a way I kind of did this because I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but if I get tons of fans, I can make money. Yep. Going well so far, aren't we, guys? I've been doing this for a year. I've got 4 subscribers, which I already had before I started doing the videos. So, not as good as I was hoping. And admittedly I kind of do it just because I look to so many YouTubers, and even people who aren't probably making money. Like, I mean, I look to the classics like Olga K, SXE Phil, love SourceFed, oh my god, SXE Phil, SourceFed, only news source I need. I seriously, especially given that the rest is fucking politics. And even some of the oddball ones that aren't, like, getting money from it, like, recently I've gotten into Mango Siren and Cartoon 13. They're 2 cosplay ones from Inner Mind Theatre. Inner Mind Theatre is also very good. I don't know who else, PewDiePie, Tabascos, I look up to, like, all of them. And I guess in a way I'd love to be able to inspire and to have tons of fans. No, I'd like to be able to connect with people that I don't know. And I guess that's in a way why I wanted to make this video. One, because I want to be able to say, oh, I'm having so much trouble. Someone say that you are in that position so I don't feel weird. But I also want to be able to say to people that it's okay to not really know what you're doing, because I know that I'm so embarrassed quite a lot of the time. Like, I have to go to, like, meetings about, like, what do you want to do with your career? And I'm just like, I don't know. And it's just like, oh, well, you've got to start thinking about it. I get so stressed thinking about it. Like, if someone says, like, oh, let's sit down and talk about what you want to do as a career, I'm just like, oh, I'm either stressed or I'm sad, or in most cases, I'm just like, oh, I'm so tired. All of a sudden, it's like, oh. That's what happens when I'm an adult. I'm just like, oh, I'm so tired and depressed. My life. Yeah. But I guess in a way, I hope that through this vlog and possibly subsequent vlogs, when I get an idea of what the hell I'm doing, you guys will get to come with me on my journey to find what the hell I'm gonna do with the rest of my life. Anyway, I will see you later. I will hopefully see you tomorrow, where there will be a Death Note review, and I will be in my, in my inky thing, even though it's way too short and only goes to my waist. But, good times. Yeah.